Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. And on each episode, we'll meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went beyond legal counsel for the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samalin. I'm the principal of Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, their firms, and their clients. And let's applaud lawyers who care and learn from them. Today, my guest is Katherine de Vos Devine, a principal attorney at Implement Legal in North Carolina, and Katherine's practice serves creative businesses that require sophisticated IP and corporate counsel services. Welcome, Katherine.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
So, Katherine, tell us what brought you to the law.
Well, I grew up in New York City, surrounded by artists, but my parents were not artists. My father was an investment banker, and my mom was director of admissions at NYU Business School, but their friends were artists and my friends' parents were artists. And so I quickly understood that there was an infrastructure to creativity around money and legal issues. And I wasn't a great artist growing up, but I loved museums and I loved the theater and I loved music and I was fabulous at arguing. So it was readily apparent to me from a young age that that's where I could best serve the creative community and help put more art into the world.
So you're growing up in New York City, and who told you that you like to argue? Was it everyone? Was it your folks? Was it your siblings?
Mostly my teachers. No, it was everyone. I absolutely love reading. I love words. I love wordplay. I love crossword puzzles. And sometimes I tell my clients that my job is really to write what they want to happen into existence and to write what they don't want to happen out of existence. So that's argument.
So of all the fields in the legal profession, it could be IP, it could be, med mal. What brought you into that, or was it just the arts and things along those lines that drew you into that?
Yeah, it's a great question. It was the arts, and it was my wonderful intellectual property professors in law school. They introduced the subject to me as the metaphysics of law, and so I have multiple degrees in art history. I have a BA, an MA, and a PhD, and so intellectual property is not only the law that really covers most artworks, what we use to protect them. It's also just endlessly fascinating for someone who's interested in theory and philosophy. And so my work every day is not only wonderful to work with my clients, but I have fabulous thought problems to consider.
And this client story that you want to share with us, tell us its origins, tell us what made you pick that one, and tell us about the story.
Sure. So a couple of weeks ago, we went to a ribbon cutting at Dix Park, which is a huge public park here in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's absolutely beautiful. And Anne Lemansky, one of my favorite artists and one of my favorite clients, it's actually her rabbit behind me, has installed this massive sculpture there. But what I love about the story is that, Anne's work is normally very intimate and small and can't be seen by that many people at once. And we as her lawyers were part of getting her work into a public space where lots of people will be able to see it. But not only that, the work was commissioned by the Raleigh Fine Arts Society, which members of my family have been involved with for years. We love Anne's fabricator, the person who really helped make the sculpture, and are now referring him to other clients. And there's just so much joy in the process. Like, it really wasn't adversarial. And our firm is set up in that way. We don't consider ourselves adversarial lawyers. We call ourselves relational lawyers, which we really learned from family law colleagues, because we see our clients as having relationships with collectors, producers, colleagues that last over decades. And so we see ourselves as lawyers as being in charge of helping them facilitate those relationships and maintain them over time. And I think watching Anne engage, with some of my family members, watching her talk to the fabricator and the commissioning collectors who in other transactions might be seen as adversaries, like watching everyone laugh and shake hands and drink champagne, and knowing that that this work was just going to be shared with the public over decades, that's why I became a lawyer. That's what I want to do. Those are the kinds of objects, but also transactions and relationships I hope to facilitate in the world.
So, Katherine, if we, as we wrap up here, if you could leave our listeners with one takeaway, either to the way that your firm practices or the way that you contemplate the law, what would that be?
Feelings matter. So I think we talk about being rational and logical in the law, but feelings are data when it comes to transactions. And when we try to stuff them down, like when we're navigating contracts or copyright questions or trademark issues, we have to acknowledge how we feel. And I think that clients really need to look for counsel who not only want to protect their rights, but care about their feelings, and are willing to take their feelings into account when creating legal strategies.
Well, I'd like to thank my guest. And by the way, that's a wonderful comment. And it's something that you don't hear, certainly every day, particularly, not necessarily in the field of art, but definitely in other areas of the law. So thank you for bringing that, front and present. Again, my guest, Katherine de Vos Devine of Implement Legal in North Carolina. Can you provide our audience with your contact information?
Absolutely. I'm easiest to find at implementlegal.com. Email is hello@implementlegal.com. And you can also find me on LinkedIn and Instagram.
Perfect. This has been the Lawyers Who Care video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. And if you're an attorney or know one who does go above and beyond, feel free to reach us at 914-666-6600. And Katherine, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.